guys, it's Lisa back with another video for you for Lisa Wise Designs, and today we're finishing up our album called The Best Year Ever. Now these album kits, the physical kits, sold out the first day they went on sale, but you can follow along with the written tutorial. There is a 26-page tutorial that you can pick up in my Etsy shop, and that link is down below. And if you were sad to miss out on the kit, be sure and follow me and like our page on Facebook. It's Lisa Wise Designs, and that's also down below because those folks get first pick because 24-hour notice goes to them before it hits YouTube. You can also go to my Etsy shop and make my shop a favorite so that it will send you notifications when something new is out there. Okay, so we left off at the bottom of 21. We need to make some photo booklets. So we're going to make two sizes. We're going to make a 5x7 size for photos and a 4x6. And we're making them out of the leftovers we had of the black cardstock when we were cutting apart all that paper for our base pages. So here's my little stash here of all my leftovers. So you should find 12 of these that are 5 inches wide when you were cutting off. So those are the ones that I used. And I went to page 21 and I cut them and scored them according to the cutting guide. So they're both the same height and width. One of them has a score line here at the top. And this is what we're going to make. This is actually, since we only have a 5-inch piece left over, it's for 4 3/4 by 7-inch photos. So you just have to trim them down just a hair. So this is what we're going to work on now. Okay, so go ahead and cut this out, score it, and then I'm gonna go back to my double-sided tape. And what I like to do is flip this over where I have the little bump showing because of how I'm going to fold it. It's not too terribly important, but I do like it a certain way. I know a lot of people are that way. Put my tape all the way across, put that up. Now I need my bone folder. All right, so now I'm just gonna fold this down where I don't see the tape. All right, give it a burnish. All right, I unfolded it. So now I take that second piece and I'm gonna line it up, kissing it up to the score line. Almost, you know, right at that score line. And right now I'm just dry fitting it. And yes, it's going to stick out on the front, and that's what we want. So I'm gonna get my little pokey tool, get this off. This is easy peasy, but so cute. We'll make sure I'm lined back up, kissing right up to that score line, kissing down and giving it a good burnish like that. So flipping it over. So this is what it's going to look like when we're done. So here's some of my leftovers I have that we're going to work with. I've got just a very few ephemera pieces. Then I have some strips. These are 1/2-inch strips. I just cut some off of what I have left. And remember this piece? This is what we had left off the front cover of that 6x8 paper pack. So I've got that out. And then this literally is everything that I have left of all my paper. There's not a lot. There's one full sheet. There's one that's probably 3/4, and then lots of little pieces. So I really tried to use this up. Now I do have quite a bit of chipboard pieces that you can make cards and stuff out of, but not really a lot else left. So I'm going to take these pieces. I already have a couple 1/2-inch strips, but I'm going to take this and go ahead and get me some more 1/2-inch strips and just use this up. I really like it because it's so colorful. And I'm going to turn it around. I'll cut one more here. Here we go. Get me a few strips here. And I have a little small one if I want to use it on something. So I want this to go basically, you could go all the way across the bottom of the page, or you could just go over 5 inches. So let's see, 4 3/4, I've already forgotten. Or 5 inches would be all the way across. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think on this one, I'm just gonna take a strip I like, and I'm gonna cut it down to 5 inches here. Okay. Because I want one here that shows And then I want one on the back, but that one's going to be a sticker. So this is all we need for now. Grab this. And I'm going to open it. This is the front, and the longest piece is what I'm calling the back. And then I'm going to glue this down on the bottom on that back piece. And I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch. I'm just going to eyeball it on 3 sides. So I'm going to try to have the same amount of space on the bottom, because I did it for 5 inches. That's right. If I do 4 3/4, I would have the same amount on all sides. There we go. To see when it's closed, you can see the border. When it's open, you can see the border. So to give this a little more oomph, let's go to those stickers. So I would pick out another one of my favorite stickers. And the one I used was this little light pink one that says Best Day Ever. But we've used that a lot lately. Love is in the air, so many possibilities, this is the year, so very grateful, that's cute. So you may want to wait to put the sticker on there until you put the photo. It might be a Thanksgiving photo where you want to put so very grateful, living the charmed life. I think that's what I'm going to use, living the charmed life. And then I'm going to put it all the way flush with the left side, and I'll hold this up when I'm done. And then I want something to kind of finish up on the right side. I've been using a lot of hearts, so I think I'll use this star. Kind of put this right. Oh, no, it's too big. I don't want it to be over that 1/2 inch mark, so I may have to go back to that. Oh no, I've got a couple more flowers. Here's a cute flower. Oh yeah, that'll be real cute right there. Isn't that cute? So it says, living a charmed life. And then what you would do is you would take instead of a 5 by 7, like I said, because this page is 5, you do 4 3/4 by 7, and this is what it would look like here. When you open it up, you do another one. It's like that. You could put one here, and you could also put one here if you like. So on the back, on the long piece again, you might want to gussy it up like this. So what I did is I took that border sticker here that's on the bottom. Remember, we use a little bit of it. You can now use more and put it along the bottom of your photo and put another sticker. So I'm not going to do that one because I don't want to put powder here, but you know, you want to make sure your photo is down there first. Isn't that cute? Love that. So let's make our second size photo mat. So this one is for 4 by 6 pictures. It'll hold a full 4 by 6. And then when you open it in this orientation, you can put a photo here, you can put a photo here, you can put a photo on the back, and you can see you can change orientations as you feel you want to. So let me make sure. I think these are 6-inch pieces. They are. So I'm going to cut down. These are my 1/2 inch strips I had left over. So they may already be 6 inches. Let me check, depending on how I cut them out of the paper. And they are. That's nice. So I don't have to do anything else. So let's see where we are in our cutting guide here. All right, so we are now at the top of page 23. We're going to do our 4 by 6 booklet. And I have to apologize again. It says 5 by 7 photo booklet. I probably copied and pasted, but it's actually for 4 by 6 photos. So sorry about that. I got to get me a proofreader. So I just cut and scored it according to the cutting guide at the top of 23. And this time, the score mark is on the long side of the paper. All right, I'm just going to flip that over where I have the bump showing, just because this is how I like to fold. Like I say, it's not the end of the world if you do it the other way. And some people think it is better to do it the other way. I guess, you know, we all just kind of agree to disagree how we do things. Some of us crafters. All right, I'm going to burnish that down real well. Make sure I don't have any tape overhang. Then I'm just going to fold it where I don't see the tape. Give it a good burnish. Now unfold it again. I'm going to take my second piece, line it up where it kisses up to that score line, and just going to make sure that I'm lined up well on, you know, top and bottom. When I kind of got that the way I want it, I'm going to take off the liner. These are such easy and cute booklets to use leftovers. You will definitely use this again, you're crafting, I feel like. All right. There we go. So that's the back. So once again, here's the front. So you've got, the front is a little shorter than the back piece. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to turn it where it's easier to get to. So here I am going to put a 1/2 inch by 6 strip, just leftovers from the project. And this time it is going to have that border I was talking about last time. You're going to have about 1/8 of an inch top, bottom, side, just like this. And then you would put a 4x6 photo here. You could center it or you could butt it up, whichever way you want to there. And then you would use one of your leftover ephemera pieces, just depending, because this time I don't want to really use it because I don't know if I'm going to put a summer picture here or a winter. So I'm just going to leave that off for now. And I can do the same thing on the back. So when you flip this over, you can put your strip here, or you can turn it like I did in this orientation and put the strip on the bottom and then have a horizontal photo and use another piece of ephemera or a sticker. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed those. Put that away. So let's start assembling our book. The time is finally here. So this is what you should have. Let me move all my stuff so I don't lose it. This is what you should have. You should have your stack of January through December. Basically, you got them already decorated. Sorry. I'm going to put my glue up here and clean up just a little bit. Okay. Then you have all these inserts that we made all the way through. Oh, I got mine flipped upside down because this is the January one. Okay, so I'm not putting them in there right now just because I don't want them to fall out or get in my way as I'm assembling the book. So I'm just going to put those to the side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take January and February, and I'm going to put the others to the side for now. You want to make sure that you have this in the right orientation. Let me see what page we're on so you can follow along if you would like. I am now on the middle of 24, where we talk about adding tape to the flaps. So here's my January and February. I'm going to turn January over because this is how it will look in the book, correct? Like if your book is here and you flip it over, we're going to put tape on the back of January and the front of February. So like I said, this book uses lots of tape. I have used at least a whole roll, maybe more, because I did not start with a fresh roll. But it's absolutely worth it. This book is going to hold over 100 photos. Not much more than 100, probably, you know, between 100 and 110, depending on how many that you want to get in here. But so easy, and it was so much fun and so themed, and we didn't have to go look for all those different themes for each month. So I'm going to make sure, oops, still cleaning up over here. I'm going to make sure I burnish really well. Even if you have to turn it, just like so. All right, so now I've got January tapes on the back, February tapes on the front. I'm going to make sure that my score line, it's away from the score line and it's closest to the cut edge. So you're going to do that through the whole album. So let me grab the rest of them again and show you. I've already got those done. So I just went really slow and did mine the same way. I went, okay, January, February, back, front. All right, so now I'm doing March, April, back, front. You can kind of see the pattern here. So then I had May, June, back, front, until I went all the way through December. Easy, right? No big deal. All right, I'm gonna grab the album that we've got made. And remember, we went ahead and did our binding pieces in here. I've got 6 little binding strips. So let's just get started. And again, I'm on page 24 if you're following along. So January is going to be glued on the first little binding strip we have on the front, just like so, of the first one. And see, now it probably makes more sense. And then February is going to be also on that first binding strip, glued to the back of it. So this is what your binding strip will look like, the first one. This will be on the front, this will be once you've opened January, and the binding strip is right there in the center, and this will be when you close February. So then you'll have 5 more binding strips. So I really like this, doing and decorating before we put it in the album. It's so cute. So just turn it however you can see it easiest. I think I'm going to use a paper clip to keep this flap from flapping around for right now. All right. And I'm just going to line it up the best I can. These should easily line up with each other because they're the same height and the same width. And so just take your time. Just make sure you don't go over the score line, but you shouldn't. It should be a pretty much exact fit. And I'm going to burnish mine really well, and then I'll hold it up for the camera to see real well. Like this, get it in the sunshine here. So you can see here is that binding strip, and then here is January. So it is right there on the score line. So now you can see where it will easily turn and bend. And let's do February. Oh, I brought March with me. Excuse me. Now this one's going to go on the back of the same binding strip. Like I say, just turn it however you need to in order to get to it well and get it lined up well. And just take your time and then place it down. Once you got it held in place, I'm going to turn mine, and then I'm just going to burnish really well. Just like so. So here is January. Turn it, binding strips in the center. There's February. March. No, I was thinking it might have been crooked, but I think I'm just looking at it crooked. Looks pretty good down here. There we go. So, of course, you guessed it. Now we're just going to do the same thing in repetition. And so once you get them in here, you will need to make sure you work those score lines so that they will turn well. But anyway, you'll get a feel for that. So see, March then on the back, it's going to go on the second one here. Turn it. Paper clip is flat, so it won't flap while I'm trying to put it down here. All right, so I'm on the second binding strip, and seems like the first one is a little easier to line up. The second one takes us a little bit. All right, and then April is going to go on the back of the second binding strip. Turn it around. Now, if a disaster happens and you get it on very crooked, or you hate it, or something is wrong, and at this point you do not want to start over, right? Well, you couldn't. You don't even have enough paper to do that. I'm going to show you something that is your best friend. Have this in your craft room if you use any type of double-sided tape. It will not work on wet glue, but if you are constructing with double-sided tape, any name brand, get this undo in the yellow label, and it will work wonders. And one day I will show you how it works, but all you have to do is open it up, squeeze it on there, be liberal. It will smell like the devil because it's straight alcohol, I think. Or it's just, anyway, it's not straight alcohol, but that's what it smells like. And then you'll be able to pull this apart from each other because it's tape. You'll wait till that evaporates, and if you're lucky, that you can even use the same tape you had on here. If not, you'll put more tape down and put it together, and it won't ruin your project, and you won't have to pull it all apart. It has saved many projects of mine. Now, try to remember to do that with you at some point. Okay, I'm going to put May through December in the book, and then I will be right back. Okay, I've got my January through December, all my base pages in here. So what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to make sure I burnish. I'm going to make sure I'm going through each individual page, and I'm bending on those score lines. just, you know, easy, trying to make sure that when you go back and you start looking through this album that everything stuck together well, everything bends well. You don't want to create new score lines, but that's kind of what I do and go through here. Especially make sure I burnished each page well, that it is sticking down to the tape. All right, so once you kind of go through your album like so, we're going to finish up decorating. And I might add a few pictures. So on this front cover, I'll show you what I did with my leftover ephemera pieces. I had like a bat left, and I had a candy cane, and this really cute fall sweater. And then what I think that's a snow cone. Let me know if you think it's something different, but I think it's a snow cone, and I had like maybe a flower left. So I'm gonna kind of go through what I had left over here, and let's see what we got. Maybe do it on the side here. There's the bat. That one, you know, we used, or I showed you how to use in the page, I want to say folios, but that is not right. What is it? What did I call it? Oh, like the little booklets. So, like, if we do this exactly how I did it the last time, I kind of laid it out like so. I just wanted to use up every piece of ephemera in some way, but not the chipboard. I don't like using chipboard on the inside. It adds just way too much bulk. Then once you add pictures and stuff, if you do that, then your album is going to have alligator mouth, which I am not a fan of. I don't think anyone is. But I tried to size this where you don't have alligator mouth. It should be, by the time you put pictures on it, approaching alligator mouth. So just be careful about how much ephemera pieces that you put in here that has any dimension and how many photos. And you should be pretty good. Like I did a trial run, and I was pretty good. All right, here. I think this is fun, using all the different themes, different months, a few different ones in the same little layout here. I think that's cute. How often can you put Halloween, Christmas, you know, fall and summer on the same page and it looks so cute? All right, so there is that. Okay, let's talk about the front here. So here are our little booklets that we made. This one and this one. And then this and this, the tags we made yesterday. So I'm just going to open this up to the back here. And the way I like to put this in is the 4x6 one. I like having this really pretty colors on the side. I'm going to put it in the back. And then the tall tag, I put it kind of in front of it. So I've got, you know, lots of pretty pattern paper here, and then I got pretty pattern paper showing here. And then I like having this. Now you could, if you want to, you could go back through this and use any leftover paper you have and mount it if you wanted to have another layer here. But on this library card, I'm just going to do some simple journaling about what the photo album's about, and then eventually it will sit kind of right there. So that's kind of how I'm going to layer that. And then on the front, this 5x7 booklet will just slide right in here. Now, there is room for a couple of booklets, so I'll show you that. Here's the other ones we made together. You could layer and put 2, let's see, about 3. Yeah, it'll barely hold 3, but it would hold 3 here. But now what I did, if you're going to just use one, you got a lot of wiggle room here. So I like to go up under the rainbow here and put a dot of glue, or here, depending on where you want it to land. I'd probably do it under the rainbow because I want it to be at the bottom, and then it would hold it more securely. Like if this had glue right here, this would be a lot more secure, right? Does that make sense? So depending on how many and how tall you want to have in here, that'll help you tighten that up if you decide that you only want to use one and you think that's too loose. Okay, so there's that. This back in here because that's how I want it to finish off the look. Now, we're basically finished, except when you want to put your photos in and you have lots of stickers left. So I want to show you a couple of ideas that I had about putting the photos in and what I want to do. I printed some photos I have my grandbaby, so this was about a year ago. So I printed like January through December type photos and what I would do here. So this first one that I have is a vertical. I was like, that's not horizontal. A vertical picture. So see how they perfectly fit here? I just need to corner round it. And I'm going to make sure I'm in the right month because she was actually born in December. So that would have been terrible. I would have been so sad if I hadn't dawned on me really quickly. So I'm going to go back to my feet are coming off. I'm going to go back here to my 1/2 inch. And since I want it to live right here, I'm going to make sure on the left-hand side, and I corner round, and then I'm going to glue this here. And then I also have a December picture from last month, or it's February, I guess it's 2 months ago now, where she is now a year old. Okay. I like to keep a cloth here for this reason, but I think it's gone missing. Here's another one. Got a little microfiber cloth. These glossy photos there. Now I'm going to skip over, since I had this one, y'all. So cute. Look at this. Could you just, oh, it's so cute. So see how cute this is going to be? 1 year December and the next December. Oh, it's so cute. I can't stand it. All right, so this one I need to also do on the left-hand side here. And I'm debating, well, I need to, about putting dates on here. Because as I get down the years, I will want to know the dates. So I'm going to figure that out about how I'm going to put little labels or something on here with the dates. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So cute. Now, the one thing I'll say about this child is I'm not sure why she decided to be born in December. Can you imagine how difficult it's going to be to have Christmas pictures and birthday pictures in the same month? But anyway, I'm going to work it out. And poor thing, she's always going to have birthday parties with the Christmas tree up, but maybe she will love it. So another thing I have is if you have any type of 1-inch punch or any of the circle cutters that'll do a 1 inch, I've got one already punched here. And I'm going to look through, the rest of my stash here, not my stash, my leftovers, because these circles that came in this paper pack are, let's see, they're about 7/8 of an inch, I would say, and be perfect to back them with these. So I want to do that one here. See, I hate this look right here, this big old window ugly shades. That was in the hospital. So let's see, is there anything Christmassy on here? There's a tree, but I don't really want to use that. I think I just want to use the one that says December or the ornament here. Maybe I'll use December as a sample here. If I put that there. Okay. Put this right here in the center. Isn't that cute? We can use that as an element. I wonder, see, I don't want to look like we've got like a tree growing out of our heads using that one, but that's really about the only thing that's left on here that's Christmassy. So I put it here. I wanted to cover that up, but it does look better down here instead of floating up here. I think I will put it right there. Oh well, I changed my mind. And the whole reason was I wanted to hide that at the top. That's a crafter's prerogative, right? I was going to say perspective. I knew that wasn't right. So cute. So be sure and use up all your extra stickers and find inventive ways to use this too. So I think this will be fun on some of these pictures to just have like the December. I'll tear this off and put it to the side. If I just have December here somewhere, or on another picture here, because I don't want it to look like I'm doing the exact same thing here, or on this tag. See, I never did put a sticker here, but oh, isn't that cute to use that there? Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. So cute. Just Just a little extra insurance for that washi to stay on. So I thought I would show you when I put a couple photos in here how this would look. Now here's her like official, one of her official photos in the hospital. I'll turn it upside down. It's got her mom and daddy's hands. It's so cute. But also, if you didn't know this, when you order pictures from a lot of these online places, you can order, I guess these are still called wallet size, but what it is on a 4x6 photo, they print 4 of them like this. So, and they charge you a lot more for it, and I'm not sure why, but I made a small mini album, and I wanted to make it 3 times, so it was actually perfect. So this is the 4th one that was on that one, so it actually works out. So we could put it here, or see, we could cover it where it says December 25th and have a picture here, because there's a lot of these. Let's look at November. Let's see, you could cover up something there, and it would look very cute. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you that, what I'm going to do, and how adorable this is going to be, having 1 photo per month for a few years in here. So that way, let's see how many I can get. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see, this is another good place if you use something small. But I've got 6 spots just for that. And then let me get the pull out here. What did I say? 6? Well, I've already forgotten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And see, this is 7, and this is 8 right here. Let's see. See how cute this is going to be when you put a photo in there. So cute. Anyway. And then if you have smaller pictures like this, you can get a few more on here. So at least 8 every month. Maybe up to 10 if you need use small photos. So if you have enjoyed this project, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, and go over to our Facebook group that's linked in the description box below for Lisa Wise Designs. If you make this, I know a lot of you are going to make it with your own papers that you have chosen. Please post some photos out there, and I promise you, you're going to get so many oohs and ahs and thank yous for sharing, because everybody likes to look at other people's work and get ideas. It's just so much fun. Thank you guys once again for being here, and I'll be back with another video series probably in a couple of months. I'm trying to decide what that's going to be. Be on the lookout. I might put a poll out there to see what everyone is kind of wanting to see coming up in the future. Okay guys, thank you. Bye.